safety and stability that every child deserves, where they're protected and where they feel safe. You make this possible. Today, more than ever, we need your support to be here for kids who have nowhere else to call home. Now through May 28th, make a big impact through Give to Lincoln. Give to Cedars now at givetolincoln.com.
Hi, Husker Nation. This is Rex Burkhead. On Lincoln Gives Day, I hope you'll join me in supporting the Team Jack Foundation and their mission to fund life-saving childhood brain cancer research. Kids and families facing brain cancer deserve better treatments and more hope for the future. Every donation helps move that mission forward. You can make your gift today by visiting givetolincoln.com and searching Team Jack. I'm proud to support the Team Jack Foundation and the fight for every child and family affected by brain cancer.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley,
Who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, May 20th, 2026, and it's Window World Wednesday here on Bock the Blackshirt.
That's
whoop,
right.
Whoop.
Todd is actually on his way to Nashville, I believe. He's got I think it's a nephew, maybe a niece, doing something down there. So he might call us a little bit later, but he won't be joining us in studio.
All right, let's get busy, Bock. Bock, I found out last night that I will be grandpa number 2. So if you don't know what that means, look it up.
Well, congratulations. That is awesome.
Oh,
Two-time
man.
grandpa.
Yeah, 2-time grandpa now. So, but, like I told my son, that's your life. You're living it well, but, now it's time to get married. I always preach that to him. You got to find somebody to fall in love with, have kids with, and get married.
There you go.
Now it's his turn.
Yeah. Well, that'll be awesome. When did they just find out? I mean, is it you still like?
Well, I just found out. They probably did know. So, but I found out more today. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't really
poke along. Yeah.
I didn't poke the bear. I just wanted to. It was, when they say that other child tells too much. Yeah, my daughter let the cat out the bag.
Okay.
But they was riding in the same car. So, they looking at me. I'm looking at them. They talking. I'm like, okay, so somebody's going to tell me something. So hopefully it's a boy.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a boy. I need a boy. I need a football guy.
There you go.
I need a football. I will still cherish my granddaughter, but I need a boy. I need somebody I can really train, really put all that effort into it, because that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to a boy, or it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah. It'll be fun either way, but I understand why. I'm having a boy myself here, not as a grandparent, but as a father here in about a month. And we were thinking the same thing as well, the opposite, I suppose, because we had a boy, is that we would want a girl. But it just depends on what the blessing is. And then once it runs, it's funny to think back and think at one time, well, I wanted this, wanted that. And then once you go through it, it's like, I wouldn't have changed this for the world. So you'll be happy either way.
Would you try again for a girl, Bock, or would you just stop at 2? I'm just asking a question.
Yeah. The problem, I think I'm going to be done at 2. That is the plan. Unfortunately, I always wanted to, like I said, I wanted to be a girl dad, but I also don't want to have too many children, at least as far as, kind of, at least, just where I'm at. It would be difficult to have too many children. So I think I'm going to stop at 2.
You're going to stop or she's going to stop?
Well, we're both going to stop. I have to decide whether I want the big surgery, of course, which is worrisome to me. I've heard other people say it doesn't hurt. You go through it, all that sort of stuff. I know, but still, surgery in that part of the body makes me nervous. I'm sorry.
Bob, you got to keep it. I don't know, Bob. I'm not going to get in your troubles right here, Bob.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, we'll see. All
right, Bob. Lots to talk about today. We'll talk about the Spurs, who won game one. Actually, we'll talk about the big comeback last night. We'll talk about Brandon Sorsby. Still, we'll talk about college baseball as they get started with the Big Ten, the second day of the Big Ten tournament. And also, we'll talk about the Super Regional that's coming to Lincoln this weekend. But first, Bob, let's talk some Madden football.
Let's do it.
Madden football, which is expected to be released in mid-August, have a couple of candidates for the cover athlete candidates. Bach, and we'll go over these guys, and we'll see why one of these guys should be on the cover. You ready to start?
We'll see who gets our vote.
Kenneth Walker III. He is one of the people who's supposed to be on the cover. I would think all Super Bowl MVPs should be on the cover, but his name, Bach, his name is not out there as a running back. He's not a tier one player in the NFL when we talk about running backs. When we talk about running backs, we talk about this other guy, Bajay Robinson, who's probably, I think, who's the face of the NFL if you look at young guys, if you look at young running backs, if you look at how the running back position is coming back alive. But, I don't like him because he went to the University of Texas, and I still hold grudges, but he plays for my Falcons, Bach. So if we had to choose, Bach, let's talk about these two guys first.
Just start with the running backs, yeah. And it's been, as much as we talk about the running backs, you talk about the big names, of course, Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey have graced the cover of Madden in each of the last two iterations of it in 2025 and 2024, respectively. So this would be a run of 3 running backs if they do go that route. I don't think that's ever been done. Trying to look through the history here. Of course, over the years, Peyton Hillis was more of a fullback, but you've had Sean Alexander and Marshall Faulk and Eddie George, but none back-to-back. So even back-to-back was new. Maybe it is the return of the running back in the NFL if you get 3 in a row. But yeah, if I understand the excitement or the allure of Bijan Robinson, maybe kind of looks more like a video game character than any other NFL player out there or close to it. But I would be really shocked with Kenneth Walker. They've had, of course, he's switching teams. If he had stayed with the team that he won the Super Bowl MVP with, then maybe I think I would put it out there. But when I saw him on the list, I had to put him on the back of the list because I really think that that's a long shot. Could be surprised. I know Chiefs fans would be excited to see that, but me personally, I'm hoping Emmett Johnson takes over that running back room. So there is that too. But I think between the two, Bijan Robinson's probably got the best bet of the remaining running backs in the league that haven't already been on the cover.
All right, Bob. Let's go offense. Now we're on offense. Let's go Matthew Stafford. Should he be on the cover of this Madden cover? Older type, Tom Brady type, probably I would say Aaron Rodgers type. I say no.
Yeah, you vote him down?
Yeah, too old. We don't need 40-year-old guy on the cover of Madden. Just sorry.
And again, they did. I mean, they've done it before. Tom Brady in 2021 was on there with Patrick Mahomes, so that was a bit of a split. Was also in there in 2017. Of course, Tom Brady's been old for a long time, but there's that. So he's had that opportunity. I mean, I think for Matthew Stafford, it wouldn't be a bad choice, coming off that MVP season. But to your point, part of the storyline too was coming off the MVP season. Is he going to return next year? Will he retire because of the age he's getting up? Now, maybe they would like to kind of get older Madden players back into the game. That could be a possibility. Guys that have watched his career throughout this time, maybe kind of gotten away from the game, that might draw them back in. But typically, of course, with video games, you're targeting a younger audience. And so I would say that he has got an opportunity. I mean, I would not be surprised at all if Matthew Stafford was the pick here, but it wouldn't be my first pick.
Yeah, Miles either, Bach. All right, Bach, let's go Myles Garrett, sack break leader. I could go there. I could feel that. I don't know how many defensive players been on the cover of Madden. I have to check that out, but I'm kind of going with it right now.
Yeah, I think that could be a great one. Like you said, he just broke the sack record. I think TJ Watt could have been, if they had chosen him back in the day when he broke the sack record, could have been chosen on here. But yeah, they don't often go defense. Only Richard Sherman, Ray Lewis, and Troy Polamalu have been represented on the Madden covers. And Polamalu, of course, split his in 2009 with Larry Fitzgerald. So even when they've had defensive players in the past, they've done a split. And they could always do a split again. I mean, we've had some splits over the years. Barry Sanders and Adrian Peterson, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, and then Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald. So that, I mean, we could see that too. So there might be two athletes out there that get the Madden cover. But I was leaning toward this. I would probably put this as my number two. But you know, especially with defensive players, I mean, he's generational. I mean, he's a guy that absolutely deserves it. What might hold him back a little bit? He's in a Browns uniform. I don't know. I mean, of course, back in the day, again, Peyton Hillis was voted to get on there. I don't know if they've ever had. I wouldn't imagine they've had another Browns player unless I'm, overthinking about anybody else. But yeah, I mean, that would be the only kind of drawback to it. But I could definitely see it, and it would kind of freshen up the series a little bit for me.
All right, Buck. Last guy, Jackson Smith and Juba.
And Jigba, yeah.
And Jigba. So I could. Too many receivers been on the cover, Buck. If you was going to do that, you should do Jamar Chase. You should do a group of receivers. You got guys like Jamar Chase, Jackson Smith. You got Jefferson from Minnesota.
Yeah.
If you go wide receiver, go all of them. Just have like three guys jumping in the air for a ball. But if I had to go with somebody right now, it'd either be Myles Garrett or Bajay Robinson. That's who I go with.
See, I'm down to Myles Garrett and Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think, him coming off the Offensive Player of the Year award, winning the MVP, or excuse me, not the MVP, the Super Bowl. Didn't win the Super Bowl MVP, but coming off the Super Bowl award or winning the team as well, would make a lot of sense. Like you said, there's been opportunities over the year. Kind of crazy. The last wide receiver that was on the cover would surprise a lot, and I think they would change their mind if they could go back and do it. 2018, Antonio Brown was on the cover of Madden. But you go back in the history, Odell Beckham was the cover of Madden 16. Madden 13 was Calvin Johnson. So it's been here and there. And like you said, there's been some pretty good wide receivers throughout the time, the rest of the time that didn't get on. In fact, again, Larry Fitzgerald was 2010, but I think he was the first wide receiver to appear on the cover. So hasn't always been the most popular position, but he feels fresh, right? Kind of feels like the new one of the new faces of the league. So I would put him in there. But if we both got our final two, and Myles Garrett is in our final two, and somebody else for each one of us respectively, I think Bock the Blackshirt is going to vote for Myles Garrett altogether to probably get the cover of Madden.
You're right, Bock. All right, Bock. ESPN College Football 27, the official cover will be revealed in a couple of weeks. They got two different, let's say, game editions, Bob. You got the standard and you got the deluxe. So if you want to know the difference from it, you have the cheap one and you have the expensive one. Okay. You have the $100 one, you have the $60 one. So it's two totally different ones, Bob. But for me, I go with the cheap one because it's still going to be the game. Still going to play.
Yeah.
So a couple of guys, Bach, I got like three candidates for it. Malachi Tony from Miami. Speedy receiver. Great freshman year. I don't think probably too many people had a freshman year that played an impact like he did, probably the receiver from Ohio State. But at the same time, Malachi Tony is one. Dante Moore is another one. Oregon quarterback. And Arch Manning. He could also be on the cover of this. But also, Bob, they have dual multi-star covers where they put everybody, a bunch of players, on the cover like they did last year. So we're not ruling out that it's just going to be one player. It could be multiple players like last year.
Yeah. I think that's probably where they've been trending. Again, last year it was Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams. The first year, Quinn Ewers, Travis Hunter, and Donovan Edwards, of all people, if you remember, was able to get on there. So, yeah, I would probably go with two. But Man, it's going to be hard not to put a Manning on there. I do think Arch Manning, the only problem is, of course, is a lot of people that don't like Texas. So you put Texas on the front of it. They might be the most hated team in college football, might get some people frustrated, but I don't think it's going to get them to not buy the game. I imagine there will be a couple of them on there, but if you got a chance to get Arch Manning, I think that would be it. Now, at the same time, again, Quinn Ewers was on it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You want to keep going back.
See how that go.
You want to keep going back to the Texas quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go too well. Well, Bock, I'm more of a college guy than I'm in a Madden. I hadn't bought Madden probably since 2000. Let's say 2020. Probably 5-6 years now. Just don't. It's no use to have both of them. You either got to pick one. If you like college or you like the NFL.
Or you've got a lot of time on your hands and you can play it all. Yeah.
I don't have that much. I got a lot of time for Call of Duty, but I don't have a lot of time for college football and Madden. So I have to pick two and cut one.
Well, I don't even know the last Madden. I was thinking back to like the Vince Young days when I was really into Madden, because I, like you, have been all into college football. So I'd be more the college football playing type as well. I just I just got to update my system. They don't make them for my old system.
All right, man. We thank y'all for tuning in to Bock and the Black Shirt. Nick and Austin held it down, but now Bock and the Black Shirt for the next hour and 40 minutes here on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Now's the time to schedule your air conditioner service check with Bryant. Make sure it's ready to keep you cool and comfortable when you really need it. Call Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating, 467-1111.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plan for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exact Emerge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies and light winds with an afternoon high around 63. Tonight, a chance of showers, otherwise mostly cloudy skies, the low around 45. And tomorrow, a continued chance of showers, otherwise mainly cloudy with a high near 61. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey Lincoln, this summer Bright Lights is hitting a big one, 40 seasons strong. For 40 summers, they've been helping kids learn, build, create, and explore through hands-on STEAM camps. And now you can step up to the plate. Give $40 to celebrate 40 summers during Give to Lincoln Day 2026. Your donation helps provide top-notch camps, amazing instructors, and scholarships so every kid gets a chance to play, to learn, and to grow. If Bright Lights has ever made an impact on your family, this is your moment. Donate today at brightlights.org. Bright Lights, 40 summers in and just getting warmed up.
Right now in Lincoln, neighbors are facing hunger and homelessness, and they need our help. Your donation to Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach for Give to Lincoln Day helps provide nutritious meals, safe shelter, and life-changing support. Your gift goes even further thanks to matching funds from the Lincoln Community Foundation. Working together, we can make our community stronger by ensuring that everyone has access to nutritious food and a safe place to sleep at night. Give to Matt Talbot today or anytime through May 28th at givetolincoln.com.
It's that time of the year, baseball fans. State baseball is back on the air on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Nick Sainer, Tristan Gomez, and me, Austin Norman, for all the action from Werner Park. We'll bring you all the games from Werner, including the opening rounds in Class A and Class B, as well as all 3 state championship games thanks to our great local sponsors. It's state championship baseball all week long on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, and streaming worldwide on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and the free Ticket app. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet, GMC, and Chevrolet. And GMC Truck Month is here. Absolutely huge discounts and 2.9% for 72 months. I also just wanted to share a little bit more about the Koppel family. They've been serving the Omaha and Lincoln and surrounding communities for over 50 years with great customer service and small town charm. That's always been our motto, and we absolutely will not be undersold. It truly is confident buying and confident driving. So come on in, meet the team, check us out at Koppel or at KoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Some people are looking to buy their very first home. Others are looking to build. And some are refinancing to make what they have work a little better. But the one thing they all need? A personal guide through the mortgage process. At Pinnacle Bank, our local lenders work closely with you to find the right kind of loan and the best rates possible. Because every path home deserves someone by your side. Find your lender today with Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're powered
by
Power.
Infrastructure.
Power.
Underground.
Correct.
Excavating.
All right, Bock, let's jump into a little Husker news right now. Nebraska football secures commit from top 5 interior offensive linemen in the 2027 class. I'm trying to get to it, but can you read it off if you...
Yeah, again, it's a difficult name. So there is that. Jordan Agbanama out of Georgia, the powerhouse of Grayson, is going to become an interior offensive line for Grayson. And obviously, a big shout out to Jeep Wade, already trying to get some things rolling here for Nebraska on that offensive line. Again, I'm going to have to kind of look into his profile, but he is very highly thought of in recruiting circles.
Yeah, he is currently the 3rd highest ranked player in Nebraska 2027 class. But I like guys like Jeep Wade. You know why? Because he goes out and does work. He goes out and targets and gets the kids. And you're talking about a guy, Bob, who's only been here 6 months to go out and get one of the highest rated offensive linemen in the nation in 2027. 6 months on the job. We need more coaches like Jeep Wade. And when I say that, Bob, he knows what he wants. He goes and gets it, and he's a great recruiter. And, Bob, you just can't go to schools like you used to with Nebraska uniform on and think that kids are going to commit or kids are just going to say, oh, Nebraska's here to see me. No. Jeep Wade had to really go in there and put in work, even with the Nebraska uniform on, even with his coaching staff stuff. He did it. Congratulations, Jeep Wade. We need more guys like him on this staff.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with it. And again, I'm so excited to see what he does here at Nebraska. And you want to be careful and not step on anybody while you're talking about this. But I feel, and a lot of people feel, like the last time Nebraska made an offensive line hire, it might not have been for the quote unquote right reasons, right? It might have been connections and that sort of stuff. And how that played out, I mean, it lasted long enough through two staffs, but never really kind of took that next step. That's what I'm hoping happens here, obviously, with Jeep Wade. And recruiting's one thing, and it's a big thing. You're obviously going to have to get these type of athletes in here to compete against the best in the Big Ten. That's what we kind of pound the table and talk about all the time. You need to have the Jimmies and the Joes, but I'm really going to be excited if he can kind of be a technician as far as a teacher and get the best out of the bodies that he has, and then, again, raise that profile as you move forward, kind of with the younger guys that he's going to be able to bring into the stable. And again, part of that is just because of where he came, being from Georgia Tech. Of course, they had a very successful run game last year, and just in general, didn't give up a whole lot of sacks. But the main thing is, for me, working under Brent Key. Brent Key is a great offensive line coach, of course, head coach now for Georgia Tech, but he's got a long history of doing it. For Jeep Wade to work underneath him, have success along with him, hopefully take that what he's learned there over here into Lincoln would be incredible. But maybe that's part of the commitment here from, again, Jordan Agbanama. Is the fact maybe that he saw him or made a connection there in Georgia, being from Loganville, Georgia, is that Jeep Wade, having coached there at Georgia Tech might have helped out here. But to your point, you look at 24/7, we already know Trey Taylor, very highly thought of. As we go through the rankings here, Nebraska, you want to get top 100 kids, you want to get top 50 kids, you want to get top 10 kids, right? But in general, for Nebraska, I mean, if you can kind of get into the top 200, then with several players, then you're taking some swings, and that's where this class is starting to land right now. Trey Taylor, again, this just according to 24/7. You can look at Rivals, you can look at On3, you look at ESPN. Everybody will have their separate rankings. But according to 24/7, Trey Taylor ranked number 37. Torrey Pittman ranked 103rd. Jordan Agbanama comes in here at 132nd, and then Corey Hadley Jr. at 135th. So that'd be four players in the top 135 according to 24/7. Again, more work to do, but an excellent step and an excellent start to that class of 2027.
Bock, with that commitment, Nebraska jumps back up in the. Some people had them out of the top 25, but now they jump back up to 15 and Rivals. I don't know the other one, but to jump back in at 15, now you're looking like a team who's trying to really do something for the 27 class. But like we know, Bob, we still have to get through with the 26 season before we start talking about 26, the 27 class.
But it can give you a little bit to work with if you've got a really dynamic class coming in. Hopefully this year we're all happy with the returns, but we do understand could be a tough year to maybe please everybody, if you will. And so, that can definitely help, is if you're kind of wishy-washy on whether you're on-field results, is to say, hey, this is the class that can kind of come in and turn things. Again, it's going to be a tough sell completely rely on that and what it would be for Matt Rule going into year 5. But, it can be at least a piece to kind of think about. But for Agbanama too, I always like to look at who else was in on them, because sometimes, you've got these high-end kids and you wonder, well, is there that interest from the top level programs? And you look at up and down his list, he's got offers from everybody: Michigan, Miami, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Georgia, Auburn, Florida State. So, there certainly could be some other big names that didn't go after him, but enough big names there. Tennessee, South Carolina, that you can feel too. It's not just maybe some favoritism in among 24/7 or whoever does the rankings out there. Actual college coaches that want to live, their livelihood depends on this sort of stuff, is reaching out to him as well. So a big win for Nebraska here. And as far as that talent in state, we talked about him being ranked 132nd. That's good enough for 10th in the state of Georgia. That's pretty darn good high school football state if that's the case.
Yeah, Grayson High School is probably one of the top schools in Georgia when we talk about recruiting. Good school, good coaches, great athletes. Plays mostly they play in the higher rankings in probably 6A, 7A football. When you talk about Georgia and what they're in the higher, like probably Class A for Lincoln. This is probably Class Triple A right here in Georgia.
Well, it's kind of interesting too because I looked at the list, right? His top 10. Okay, well, what does that mean? If you look at the top 11 in Georgia, with the new commit from Egmonema and Hadley, Nebraska's got 2 in the top 11 because that's the number 10 and 11. The only other team in the top 11 in the state of Georgia that have 2 is Texas A&M, and surprisingly enough, Georgia and Georgia Tech, neither of them have a commit from either team that high. So, or in any player that high. So we'll see. I'm sure that'll change. But kind of an interesting early note with the state of Georgia recruiting as well.
All right, Bock. They're 20. So they're number 21 and 24/7. So well, that part right there. All right, Bock. Anonymous coaches in the Big Ten was speaking about Nebraska and say they don't believe in Nebraska football or Matt Rule. And I don't know. It's just been a lot of talk lately, Bock, about Nebraska football and what's going on in Nebraska as we get closer to college football season. I don't know what's all to talk about, Bock.
Yeah, it's interesting. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of fear maybe in opposing coaches when it comes to Nebraska. There's Athlon did this with every conference. It's fantastic. You can look through it. It is a lot of fun, but every team is represented. And so you'll go along with it. You'll see it's anonymous coaches, anonymous writer. So you're not going to have any names being brought back to you. So you feel like you can say what you want to, right? And so you kind of look at the different teams in the Big Ten, and, some things are encouraging. Others are, hey, look at this new coaching staff. And, hey, this guy kind of pushed us around. I think he's going to be good. And so you have kind of different tenor or, kind of sometimes different thoughts, but sometimes it all kind of runs together. And unfortunately for Nebraska, the 3 quotes they got kind of ran together, but more in kind of the doubt scenario. So I'm going to read each of these off, and you kind of tell me your thoughts after each one of these quotes. Again, could come from different coaches within the Big Ten, assistant coaches, head coaches. We don't know. And it could be from the same guy. So here's what we've got so far. Again, from Athlon and their anonymous write-up is one coach said they're in a ton of denial with the quarterback situation. Dylan Raiola is as good as they get as a player and a person. Losing him, I thought he was their last hope. He was the pin that was holding that thing together. That is from an anonymous coach in the Big Ten. And I get it. Maybe we're too close to maybe that is the view nationally for Nebraska, but that is not the feeling you necessarily have here, right? Because there's a debate, and I'll just go ahead and say it. I think there was a difference in opinion about what Dylan Raiola's worth was here in Nebraska, even to the staff. So there's kind of been talks about, well, who really decided to move off there? I get that if you're kind of looking from the national media side of things, maybe you only know about the name Dylan Raiola and you come with that. But from an anonymous coach, that's very interesting to me because, and I'm not saying they upgraded. I'm not saying Anthony Calandra is better or worse. I'm not going to say. I'm personally a little bit more excited, of course, to see what he can do in this offense with the pieces that are around him. Of course, that's been a big talk about Dylan Raiola and maybe why he didn't succeed as much as he wanted to here. But for an anonymous coach to say that he was holding us together and as good as they come as a quarterback, I just didn't see that in my 2 years with Dylan Raiola.
Yeah. But a lot of people going to have different opinions when we have this Dylan Raiola conversation about his time at Nebraska. A lot of people going to say he was our savior. A lot of people say bad choice on Matt Rule. A lot of people say bad choice to give the keys to the whole family and let them run Lincoln. But at the same time, we all know what's going on, Bock. Here's the thing, Bock. I had a conversation with a Husker brother. Not going to say his name, but this guy was a 10-year NFL vet, 2-time national champion here at Nebraska. And we was talking, and he was like, what's going on in Nebraska? And the conversation we had is like, he was like, what are they doing to my school? Like our school, when we say that, Bock, is like, Nebraska's probably on its leg of life in football, Bob, when we talk about how college football is going. And if we don't get this train on track or find somebody who can drive the bus and still be effective here, we're going to lose this college. I mean, not this college, but we're going to lose this football program, and it's not going to be non-existent when we talk about it. Like Nebraska football can't be non-existent in college football. We have to pick up the pieces. We have to find somebody that can really bring out the best of these guys, that really can coach these guys at a level to where we're not so used to being a 7-5 or 8-4, 8-5 team. But the only glasses we were looking in is Nebraska is right all the time glasses. We got to look into the world of like everybody else and see what their beliefs are and see what they think of Nebraska football, because I don't think everybody's looking in out the same glass.
No. Certainly, rose-colored glasses, as we call them, can certainly change your opinion in the way that you're viewing it. By the way, we are joined now by Todd Euler. Of course, it is Window World Wednesday. Euler, you out there? Are you there, Todd? Well, we were joined by him. I guess he wasn't. But yeah, no, you make a strong point. We'll try to get Todd here in the next break. But yeah, I mean, it's been interesting too. I've seen over the last couple of days, of course, the off season, a lot of time to kind of think outwardly about different things. Is kind of a change even in some of the media stories of, okay, going from, why is Nebraska underachieving so much now? And then kind of flipping on its head and say, well, Nebraska has historically overachieved as a program, which is true. And it is something that, as far as like state population, that's always part of the argument of why Tom Osborne should be great, one of the greatest of all time. And in those conversations, you usually go, well, yeah, but he did it from the state of Nebraska. And I think that is one thing to kind of note as well. But Nebraska has advantages, and maybe not the same level that they had back in those days. But that history that was built up, it kind of helped spring those advantages. And obviously they haven't come up as strong in the last couple of decades. Again, Bo Pelini kind of tenure aside. So very interesting to kind of see the different opinions there. And here's another one. And I don't know if this one is as controversial. Another coach said, I don't imagine they're going to do anything special. I think 5 wins, maybe 6 wins at the most this year. If they hit 7, I'd be shocked.
They have no respect in our program.
Yeah.
I mean, we're bottom tier.
Yeah.
Buck, they don't care what we do. I mean, when you look at what Tom Osborne did, yeah, he did it with some Nebraska kids, but he also did it out of state too. So Tom Osborne knew how to add talent with Nebraska kids to add, to help go along with this team. Not saying that you're going to have 8 guys from Nebraska starting on defense, because that wasn't the case. We had 8, 9. Let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. So we had 2 guys from Nebraska on our defense in 95. So you add the 2 guys, Tony Veland and let's say Phil Ellis.
Mm.
And then if you go offense, we probably had 1, 2, 3, 4 on offense. So you're looking at a total of 6 guys from Nebraska that started when we was here from Nebraska, the state of Nebraska.
Yeah. I mean, in-state recruiting, out-of-state recruiting. Of course, you were a big get as well. And as we kind of go back in those stories, it's all kind of a big blend. And of course, it is interesting to see that dynamic heading into an era without walk-ons, because that'd be a lot of kind of the in-state guys would kind of fight their way up and then be able to play. Now you're going to get less of that opportunity. One final quote here before we go to break. I want to get your reaction on this one as well. Again, anonymous quote from a Big Ten coach here. Matt Rule has some great aspects. He can make you run through a wall, but there's always so much turnover with his staff. I know that it's a tough environment for those coaches to be in. Rule makes it like that on purpose because he doesn't want you to get comfortable. I don't want to say his model isn't going to work, but I don't know.
Ooh, that's somebody who knows him well.
Yeah.
But if you had a guy like Jeep Wade at the beginning, I don't think we'll be having this conversation.
Interesting, yeah.
I think when you look at the guys he brought, he thought they was good enough to bring with him because these are the guys he's been with for years. Football has changed in many years. Some of these coaches are just here. Some of them are not very good at recruiting. I mean, you could walk in my school, I probably won't even talk to you if you was in Nebraska gear because just the way football has been. We're picking up pieces now, and we're trying to build this thing back together, but I don't know if we have years to wait. I don't know if we can wait to 2030. I don't know if we can wait to 2028.
Sure don't want to.
You don't want to because by that time, you're already just light years behind already. I mean, if you look at what we given to this program for a $29 million roster, probably top 20 in the country, not a top 20 record.
Yeah.
So you look at the things that we have to get better at and the things we have to do, we're still behind the ball. We're still behind in college football. We're a long way behind.
Yeah.
Player-wise, development-wise, coaches-wise, G. Wade ain't the only one who needs to be out here doing good work. I need the other coaches to get out here and bring me some defensive linemen in. G. Wade's bringing the great offensive linemen in. Let's get some defensive linemen here. We can't keep waiting till the last minute to go get somebody that we didn't think we know or we don't know who they are. I mean, we need to get those guys in here now, the big boys.
You're not wrong. Some big defensive linemen would certainly shake the cages, rattle the cages here for Nebraska football fans. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll reach out to Todd Euler, see if we can get Todd back on. We'll continue the show next with Bock The Blackshirt.
Does someone in your household avoid phone calls because they can't hear clearly, or do they have difficulty speaking on the phone? Nebraska offers a solution. The Nebraska Specialized Telecommunications Equipment Program, or NSTEP, provides financial assistance for specialized devices like amplified phones, captioned telephones, smartphones with Bluetooth pairing to hearing aids, and speech-generating devices. If you're a Nebraska resident with a certified hearing or speech disability, you may qualify. It's not income-based, and once approved, you own the equipment. Learn more or apply at psc.nebraska.gov or call 1-800-526-0017.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
This summer, Salt Dogs fans are making history at Haymarket Park. We're celebrating 25 seasons of grit, grins, heart, and hometown pride. Lincoln, you built this stadium. You named this team. And season after season, it's you, the fans, that keep us coming back for more. So let our thank you be our promise. The best is yet to come. Your local tradition plays on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
This is Grant Wister. I spent a lot of years trusting teammates to do their job so I could do mine. That's the same thing I wanted to build with Champ Roofing, a group you can just trust to handle it. Roof damage, siding, gutters, inspections, and repairs, we cover it all. Headquartered in Lincoln, but serving the whole state. Champ Roofing is your choice for premium roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit champ-roofing.com or call 402-858-7449.
3, 2, 1. The drop is live. Screens freeze everywhere, except yours. You've been training for this moment. And with Aloe Fiber's zero-lag precision, you strike first. No lag, no limits, just speed. Can your internet provider do that? Stay ahead of every drop. Visit aloefiber.com/all-in.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
It's that time of the year, baseball fans. State baseball is back on the air on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Nick Sainert, Tristan Gomez, and me, Austin Orman, for all the action from Werner Park. We'll bring you all the games from Werner, including the opening rounds in Class A and Class B, as well as all 3 state championship games thanks to our great local sponsors. It's state championship baseball all week long on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, and streaming worldwide on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and the free Ticket app.
Hi, Charlie Stone again, and Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln will be joining me shortly to talk about a milestone accomplishment at Honda of Lincoln. But before I talk to Andy, I'd like to add a comment of my own. I know you have a lot of choices when buying a new or pre-owned vehicle. It was just announced that Honda of Lincoln is once again the winner for the Lincoln's Choice Award for new car dealers. It's not easy to win that award because it's all based on the highest level of customer satisfaction. I think Honda of Lincoln really is your best choice. Now let's talk to Andy.
Thanks, Charlie, and thanks for your kind words.
Andy, tell us what it takes to win an award like this.
Will do, Charlie. It's about being customer focused. Our sales and service team have been with us for a long time, and every day, all they focus on is 100% customer satisfaction. It's really that simple.
Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Couple Chevrolet, GMC, and Chevrolet. And GMC Truck Month is here. Absolutely huge discounts and 2.9% for 72 months. I also just wanted to share a little bit more about the Couple family. They've been serving the Omaha and Lincoln and surrounding communities for over 50 years with great customer service and small town charm. That's always been our motto, and we absolutely will not be undersold. It truly is confident buying and confident driving. So come on in, meet the team, check us out at Koppel or at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. On the line, we got two-time national champion Todd Euler on the line.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. What's up, Euler?
Oh, we're just driving along in the automobile.
You in the great state of Tennessee yet?
And no, we're still in Missouri. We're just about to St. Louis, just about to see the magical arch, you know.
All right.
What is? Why are you making your way down to Tennessee?
Yeah, so we're headed to Trent and I left this morning about 6 a.m. We're going to Knoxville, Tennessee. My brother Tyrone, who passed away, back in March, his son is throwing the shot put in the Tennessee State track meet, so we're going to go watch that tomorrow. But it's a good 15-hour drive.
Yeah.
So We got off early. We stopped and did a workout with one of my clients in Boonville, Missouri. So that was a lot of fun. So we got our workout in. So he's getting ready for summer conditioning. So we got to keep him working out. No days off, right? So
yeah. Well, don't let those Tennessee coaches or anybody around him while he's out there.
Yeah, well, it is at the University of Tennessee track. So I know I was listening to the show yesterday morning with Aaron Davis, and they were talking about potentially, Nebraska bringing the state track meet over to the new facility there, and I just don't think they can hold enough people yet. So Aaron's like, I've never been to the state track meet. I'm like, Aaron, you got to go to the state track meet. Like, it's me in high school sports, guys. I absolutely love high school sports in Nebraska, and state football, state basketball, state wrestling, state track meet. They do a great job. The NSAA does a great job with all those events. And so state track started today? No, yesterday. It would have started yesterday. I think A and B are going Tuesday, Wednesday. And then, no, I guess it would start today, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday is C and D. So yeah, state track in Nebraska going on. We got obviously Husker baseball, Husker softball, bunch of that stuff. So I'm going to recap some of that stuff on my show Saturday, 10 a.m., the Power Hour. We were off last weekend because of state baseball, so looking forward to having that show and talking all things Huskers and high school sports. So, and just going to go check out some Tennessee guys, see how they do in the shot put.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if you bring any of that checkered orange back with you at all, get a T-shirt or something. But
no,
that's good.
No.
Yeah, you don't need any of that. I also assume you're not necessarily expanding Window World out there. I don't know if they have a Window World out there, but what's new with Window World?
Yeah, so Window World, we've been busy. It's been pretty crazy. Obviously, had some storms blow through and some damage, and so we were super busy Monday, Tuesday, getting out, checking out broken windows, different stuff like that. So, but yeah, Window World's it's cruising along. Once again, we're the one-stop shop for exterior, anything on your exterior. We don't just do windows. I know that the name kind of throws that off, but we do roofs, we do siding, we do doors, we do gutters. So, always at the best price, right? The best quality at the best price. And, you've got, us standing behind it with, quality assurance and warranties and all that stuff. So yeah, it's been busy. It's been really busy. So, actually signed a contract with the former baseball player who I'm going to have on my show. We're doing his windows. So nice. It's pretty cool. And his wife actually played basketball in Nebraska. So I'll let the audience try to figure out who that is. Who's a former Husker pitcher that married a former Husker basketball player. So maybe that's the question of the day. If you can figure that out.
Those are always tough for me. We got some people at work here. They start to tell me which athletes are dating the others, and I have no clue. I just that's never been too much on my radar. Once in a while, I'll zoom in on I'll hear it enough that I'll know. But I'm sitting here, I'm dumbfounded. I have no clue what you're talking about.
So he played 2 years under Erstad and 2 years under Bolt. So if that helps.
Okay, that definitely will help some folks out there.
So, but yeah, I went out and did his quote, and we finally got him in a contract, and we're getting his windows done. Beautiful house. He just had a baby boy, and I said, hey, you're not gonna have to worry about these windows until your son's at least pitching in the MLB. So
yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a long time that he won't have to worry about his windows. So, but yeah, just making our way out. Long trip. We're probably stopping to get gas here, and so the gas ain't any cheaper down here, guys.
Yeah.
I looked at plane tickets. I thought flying would be better, but when I looked at plane tickets, I thought, well, my car gets 40 miles a gallon. It's going to take about 4 tanks. so it's going to be about $1,000 cheaper to drive. So
now you guys switching shifts, or you're not going to drive the whole way?
I'll tell you what, Bock and Terrell, I've driven this kid around his entire life. He's actually driving right now. I can't believe it. He hasn't fallen asleep yet. We typically, we left Lincoln at 6. He would typically be sleeping by 6:15. He's been up the entire time. And he's like, hey, we stopped to eat. And he's like, you want me to drive? I'm like, yeah, great. And so this is the first time in 21 years that I've allowed him to drive. And then there's construction going on down here, guys. The lanes are really, really, really narrow. And so I'm holding on to the hell handle here, just and praying. But he's doing a great job. So
you passed by the world's biggest Buc-ee's yet?
I have not. We have not passed that yet.
Where's that located at?
In Missouri.
It's in Missouri somewhere.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm sure we'll drive by it.
All right, grab me something on the way. Grab me a Buc-ee's T-shirt.
Buc-ee's T-shirt. All right, yeah.
Extra
You're
small.
gonna be able to get a Buc-ee's T-shirt in Gretna pretty soon. So
yeah.
All right, before we let you go, Todd, I'm gonna make you do it. You got to pick your favorite volunteer of all time.
Oh, Peyton Manning.
Oh, easy one, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Leonard.
Leonard. That's a really good one too. I was never a Colts fan, or obviously don't like the Broncos, but I was always a Peyton fan. I just loved the way he prepared for the game. I just didn't like when he beat the Chiefs, which he did quite a bit. So, but yeah, definitely favorite volunteer.
All right, very good stuff. That's Todd Euler with the Euler Report, this time on the road on the way to Tennessee. Safe travels and have a lot of fun out there.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great rest.
Whoop, whoop.
There he goes.
All right, 93.7 The Ticket, Bock the Blackshirt. We'll be right back for our number 2.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick a time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies and light winds with an afternoon high around 63. Tonight, a chance of showers, otherwise mostly cloudy skies, below around 45. And tomorrow, a continued chance of showers, otherwise mainly cloudy with a high near 61. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
This is Grant Wister. I played at Nebraska, and after football, I wanted to build something in Nebraska that I was genuinely proud of. Champ Roofing is that. We built the whole company around one idea: do the job right and treat people well. Roof replacements, inspections, gutters, siding, whatever you need, our team is going to show up, communicate with you, and handle it with real care. Nebraska homeowners deserve that. Visit us at champ-roofing.com or call 402-858-7449.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right.
Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Couple Chevrolet GMC and Chevrolet, and GMC Truck Month is here. Absolutely huge discounts and 2.9% for 72 months. I also just wanted to share a little bit more about the Couple family. They've been serving the Omaha and Lincoln and surrounding communities for over 50 years with great customer service and small town charm. That's always been our motto, and we absolutely will not be undersold. It truly is confident buying and confident driving. So come on in, meet the team, check us out at Couple or at CoppleCars.com. All deals with approved credit.
At Cedars, we're here to make sure that kids have the safety and stability that every child deserves, where they're protected and where they feel safe. You make this possible. Today, more than ever, we need your support to be here for kids who have nowhere else to call home. Now through May 28th, make a big impact through Give to Lincoln. Give to Cedars now at givetolincoln.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
We have 2 boys, so we needed more space. We lived in a townhouse, so we decided to build.
Casey Bowman and her husband Joe built their first home with us. This is Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. Working with the Bowmans was fantastic.
After the first meeting, we really liked them as people.
I was really skeptical about the whole building process, more so than Joe was. But they explained everything before it happened. If there were problems or issues along the way, they called and explained everything. They just really helped ease my mind.
They were really good about giving us options as far as what fit in the budget, what didn't fit in the budget. They have a designer, Rachel.
She was amazing. She was very helpful in making sure that our house turned out good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the lot. I wouldn't change colors. I love everything about it. Everything. It's perfect for us.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. All right, Bock, let's go.
All right. Sorry, I was could have done that a lot better. Say it again.
Let's go.
Bigger than 5. 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 It don't matter. Divorce court, child support, Lou Dort. Bigger than 5. OKC, KFC, UFC. Bigger than 5. It doesn't matter. Chris Paul, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Bigger than 5. Serge Ibaka, Chewbacca, Waka Flocka. Bigger than 5. Tyler Hero, superhero, guitar hero. Bigger than 5. You can have hard, you can have a hard, you can get a garden. Bigger than 5. White side, back side, sunny side. Bigger than 5. Phoenix sun, Capri sun, the sun's about to set. Bigger than 5.
All right, Jay Bockerman, we're going to go way back to game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. We'll do San Antonio 122, OKC 115. Victor Wembanyama, 41 points, 24 rebounds, 3 assists. Dylan Hopper, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. And Stephen Castile, 17 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds. For OKC, Buck, they lost, but we'll give it a shot. SGA, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. Jalen Williams, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. And Alex Caruso, 31 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Okay, San Antonio takes game 1 from OKC, Buck. Game 2 tonight. And if San Antonio goes up 2-0, Buck, it is over.
And we are saved. I don't know why. Oklahoma City is, of course, the defending champion, but there's just something that's not especially exciting about them. I think Wemby and the Spurs are good for the sport. It's been pointed out. Nick Wright was kind of saying, felt like SGA was granted the best player in the world after winning back-to-back MVPs for all of about 15 minutes. It went kind of from Jokic and he got eliminated to SGA, and now it looks like Wemby after game 1. But SGA certainly can kind of get back into that mix. More importantly, obviously, for him in Oklahoma City is to tie this up, like you said, before heading back to San Antonio. That would be a tough hole to kind of get yourself out of. But yeah, 41 and 24 from Wemby. What a game that was to go into double overtime and win that thing. Of course, a lot of people know about the pull up from just across half court. One step for him across half court, maybe a couple steps for us. But of course, he's got some big strides that hit a big one there toward the end of regulation to send it into overtime. And the Spurs just outlasted the Thunder. So going to be a big game tonight. What was particularly impressive about that is the Spurs did that without star point guard De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox reportedly is right now questionable with right ankle soreness, but was present at the shoot-around today ahead of game 2 here in Oklahoma City. So that would be a big boost for them. But Dylan Harper did step in and play incredibly. Of course, was the number 2 pick of the last year's draft. A lot of Big Ten fans remember him from playing at Rutgers this, not this previous season, but the year before, obviously, so that he could play this year in the NBA. And he had a solid performance this year, but really kind of stepped it up in that game with 24 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists to go along with 7 steals. So I'm going to be interested to see not just that, the minutes that these guys play, because a lot of these guys were over 40, 50 minutes in that game. And then Oklahoma City, of course, you've always got somebody else further on the bench or down on the bench that has been able to contribute and help out. This past game, it was Alex Caruso with 31 points in the game. You kind of looking out for who it could be in this game to kind of step up for them. Chet Holmgren, of course, his matchup with Victor Wembanyama as far as body types is just incredible. They don't particularly get along, so that'll be another storyline to kind of follow here. But yeah, the Spurs, once the kind of the big fundamental, not necessarily the most exciting team in the league, though I always did love a little bit of Manu Ginobili myself. Now are kind of the excitement of the league right now, going up against Oklahoma City again, who hasn't been on top for long, but just with SGA and his play style, a little bit of free throw merchant, not the most exciting play. So I think for NBA fans, the Spurs winning will be better. Now that, either way, it's a small market, so I'm sure the NBA doesn't care all that much one way or the other there, but will be very interesting because, again, you could be seeing maybe a transfer of power already at the top of who the best player in the world is with Victor Wembanyama. People are already kind of thinking, man, if he can get this going here just in year 2, he could have quite a bit of run with injuries aside.
All right, Buck. Game 1 yesterday, Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks 115, Cavaliers 104 in overtime. Buck. Cavaliers scored 3 points in overtime. Buck. Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart both had 13 points. Mikal Bridges had 18 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Jalen Brunson had 38 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists for New York. Oh, excuse me. Cleveland came around with 10 points from Dean Wade and Jared Allen each, 15 points for Evan Mobley and James Harrison each, 29 points for Donovan Mitchell with 5 rebounds, 3 assists. But I thought this game was over with. New York pulls the biggest comeback away in the fourth quarter and only gave up 3 points in overtime.
Yeah, 22-point comeback there was was something to behold. Did not necessarily see that coming, but an excellent job of the Knicks sticking with it. Of course, at Madison Square Garden. That's one thing also to kind of think about here for both series, at least in this case, if you're Cleveland. This happened on the away court, whereas Oklahoma City lost on their court down 0-1. But nevertheless, I mean, the Cavs, who are already played 2 7-game series in this playoffs, they're going to run out of energy at some point if they kind of keep stretching it out here, and maybe felt like they could kind of settle in there in the fourth quarter, as you mentioned, a 22-point lead. And a lot of this, again, I've been saying it all playoff long, is this big storyline is James Harden there with the Cavs. Of course, hasn't had the most playoff success, sometimes shrinks in the moment, that sort of stuff. But an all-time great player. And every game, it's just easy to kind of circle him and say, okay, could this be the key? Now, he didn't necessarily struggle too much. I mean, 15 points from the field on 16 shots isn't great, but that's not where he kind of lost this game. Also didn't perform great offensively, as I'm saying. 3 assists, 6 turnovers. They're going to need a better effort altogether out of James Harden. But the key here was switching on James Harden. Jalen Brunson would cook him. And just had a very high, I think it was 7 of 11 when Harden was guarding him. They found that mismatch and they exposed it, and they're going to go back to that. Cleveland's got to kind of find a way to help that out. Of course, you've got some great help defenders and Jared Allen that can kind of cover the rim protector for you. Evan Mobley, a heck of a defender. So maybe they can kind of cover that up, but that's going to be on Coach Biggerstaff in the staff to kind of figure out, because New York likes that matchup. And of course it is a pick and roll or pick and switch type of league here. So they're going to try to get that going. Another thing for the Cavs too. And again, they had a big enough lead. You don't want to like overanalyze it all and think, okay, well, what didn't happen? Well, he didn't score in overtime and he gave up a huge lead. So, those are kind of the big things there, but you have to feel at least you were in the game, should have won the game, that sort of stuff. So you don't want to look at some of these things and say, well, this is why they lost and couldn't get it done. But going to need a better performance out of Dennis Schroeder off the bench as well. He was 1 of 9 from the floor in that first game. They've got enough off the bench with Sam Merrill, who did play, pretty well. Max Strus, those guys that between them, they should get a punch from one of them, but you want at least steady play from the rest of them. All 5 starters for both teams scoring in double figures in this one.
All right, Buck, I caught an argument between Paul Pierce and KG when Paul Pierce said that international players are better than the NBA players right now.
Yeah. It's interesting because and with their back and forth, it was kind of him saying international players are kind of taking over the game. And KG made a point to there's 3 or 4 of them that are, but I wouldn't go as far as to say everybody is. And so I think it's a pretty good argument.
Was it funny, Bob?
Yeah. And I love those guys. They're arguing back. By the way, things are not looking, Boston, such an interesting place, of course, with both those having played for the Celtics, won a championship there. You're also having an off-court beef between Kendrick Perkins and Jaylen Brown, or at least Kendrick Perkins is talking to other former Celtics that don't appreciate Jaylen Brown, saying it was his favorite season after. And it's just can you, and I love Perk for his time. I also helped winning a championship there, but you're tone it down. You're not that guy to be pushing or to be causing drama for one of the best players, certainly for Boston. And a common talking point right now, it's just crazy because I remember when Tatum went down, before this, in the last year's playoff, there's all this talk from around NBA circles. You got to break him up. You got to do this. I'm just worried that enough of that stuff is going to stick around that either Brown or Tatum is going to get frustrated. Of course, Brown in this case way more likely than Tatum, and want his own team. It's especially frustrating when it comes within their circle. But yeah, back to your. Sorry, I got kind of Boston Celtics there for a second, but back to your point. It is there. There are some players that are taking it over, and when you go international too, it's like, well, what are we counting? Are we counting Canada? Does SGA from Canada, is that?
Canada is like America.
It is international, but it's also, it's
right. It's like Alabama and Georgia, right next door to each other.
Right. So it depends on kind of what you're counting there as far as which top players are kind of taking over the league.
Yeah, but when you talk about the international players, I think they do have an edge right now over some NBA players. We can't say them all because it's only like you only got Jokic, Joker, the Laker guy, SGA, the Milwaukee guy.
Yeah, Giannis.
So you're looking at probably 8 to the rest of the guys in the league.
Well, so I mean, there's a good handful. They even went as far as to have the team world right this past year at the All-Star game. So it is something to consider. But as far as like guys absolutely dominating at the top, I would say Doncic, Jokic, Wembanyama, and Antetokounmpo probably stand out. Then you kind of get into does SGA or Jamal Murray from Canada really count? You've got other guys. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, you can't tell whether he's from Dominican Republic or the U.S. He kind of swaps back and forth. Denny Avicii, from Israel, played very well this past year with the Trailblazers. Alperen Sengun from the Rockets. So there's all-star level players. But as far as league leading players, I think it is down to Doncic, Jokic, Wemby, and Antetokounmpo. And again, I wouldn't throw a Canadian and SGA in there.
Yeah, you're right about that. All right, Bock, let's go to break. And when we come back, we'll talk more college football talk right here on Bock and the Blackshirt, 93.7 The Ticket.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
If you're looking for a workplace that feels like home, Midwest Bank might just be the place. We're hiring a personal banker in Lincoln who enjoys helping others and being a part of a close-knit team. With great perks and a community-focused mission, you'll feel right at home here. Porque aquí todos son bienvenidos. Apply today at Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer. Member FDIC.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $199 per month for 36 months.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1008721. Previous service loaner. $199 per month. Lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 10650 to assign. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7626.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see partly sunny skies and light winds with an afternoon high around 63. Tonight, a chance of showers, otherwise mostly cloudy skies, below around 45. And tomorrow, a continued chance of showers, otherwise mainly cloudy, with a high near 61. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Life happens. Unexpected bills, tough choices. Your car needs repairs, but your child needs new shoes. What do you decide? At Nebraska Children and Families Foundation, they help families before small problems become breaking points. They connect parents to support so they can keep working, so kids stay secure, and so families stay together. Help Lincoln families thrive. Donate to Nebraska Children and Families Foundation through Give to Lincoln. Does someone in your household avoid phone calls because they can't hear clearly, or do they have difficulty speaking on the phone? Nebraska offers a solution. The Nebraska Specialized Telecommunications Equipment Program, or NSTEP, provides financial assistance for specialized devices like amplified phones, captioned telephones, smartphones with Bluetooth pairing to hearing aids, and speech-generating devices. If you're a Nebraska resident with a certified hearing or speech disability, you may qualify. It's not income-based, and once approved, you own the equipment. Learn more or apply at psc.nebraska.gov or call 1-800-526-0017.
At Cedars, we're here to make sure that kids have the safety and stability that every child deserves, where they're protected and where they feel safe. You make this possible. Today, more than ever, we need your support to be here for kids who have nowhere else to call home. Now through May 28th, make a big impact through Give to Lincoln. Give to Cedars now at givetolincoln.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net. When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. Green's Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Green's Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC service for your business, building, or even your home, so it can run without all those unwanted interruptions. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Couple Chevrolet, GMC, and GMC Truck Month is here. Absolutely huge discounts and 2.9% for 72 months. I also just wanted to share a little bit more about the Koppel family. They've been serving the Omaha and Lincoln and surrounding communities for over 50 years with great customer service and small town charm. That's always been our motto, and we absolutely will not be undersold. It truly is confident buying and confident driving. So come on in, meet the team, check us out at Koppel or at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock The Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. All right, Jake Bachman, ain't nothing like a day without asking you some questions. Give me your top 5 athletes whose career was cut short but could have really been some superstars.
Ooh, okay, top 5. I don't know if I can go in a list. I'll just go with some of the names that I can think of. Greg Oden, certainly drafted with Kevin Durant. There was a big expectation with him coming out of college. Is he on the list?
Not on this list.
Not on the list. Not on the list. Grant Hill is the first name that will come to most people's mind. Not on this list. No. Penny Hardaway is another big name. Oh, not on this list. All right. Well, now I'm. Those are the names I thought of. I'm NBA specific.
Give me 3 football players.
Football players. Career cut short. I know guys that cut their career short. Robert Smith and Barry Sanders. No. Oh, okay. Steve Young.
No,
not Steve Young.
Let me see if anybody on the text line can help.
Yeah, see, I need some help.
Anybody on the text line can help Bach out. Top 5 career athletes whose career was cut short.
And we got 3 in football.
Yeah, 3 in football, 2 in basketball.
2 basketballs, the ones that I didn't name, huh?
Yes.
All right, 402-464-5685. I need some help.
All right, we got one.
There you go.
All of them. Damn, Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson's on the list.
Another football player. Bo Jackson's on the list.
On the list. I did look at the text line.
No Barry Sanders.
No Barry Sanders.
Who else?
Somebody said Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose, he's on this list.
Got to be on there. That makes sense.
Yeah, good job there. Was that Stan?
Although he did continue playing.
Yeah, but he wasn't good after that.
He wasn't as good, no.
Terrell Davis, not on the list. Brandon Jennings, not on the list. Derek Thomas. No, these careers are cut short by anything.
Okay, by anything.
Not just injuries.
Okay, by anything.
So we got Derrick Rose, Bo Jackson.
So we got 2 football players still and 1 basketball player.
Yes.
Oh, Michael
Robert
Jordan's
Griffin,
career was
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck?
Who got Andrew Luck? 2473. Yes, Andrew Luck is number 2 on this list.
There you
Bo
go.
Jackson's number 1. Derrick Rose number 2. Kobe Bryant, no. Who is this? James and Lincoln. Who did he say? Not Barry. No Barry Sanders. Jay Williams, no. Michael Vick, no.
Jay Williams, good pull.
Andrew Luck, Robert Griffin, Dave Thomas. Nobody else has
Brandon Jennings, Gumby. Forgot about Brandon Jennings.
Nope, not Gonzaga. Okay, I'll give you one.
Okay.
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
Huh. That's an interesting one because I don't
And
remember
this guy, I don't want to put it like this, but this guy's career was cut short because he was murdered.
Oh.
Sean Taylor.
Okay, yeah, Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor.
Yeah.
Washington Redskins. Bright future.
And with McGrady, they must be talking about shifted or adjusted. Because...
Well, once he got injured, his knees, he was never the same.
Right.
So he was
similar
great,
to Derrick Rose, still played.
Yeah.
Just wasn't the same.
All right, Bob, the top 5 scariest players in the NFL.
Current.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, all time. Scariest players.
So I'll help you out.
Okay.
You got two linebackers. Well, 1 linebacker, 1 DN, 1 D tackle, and 2 safeties.
It's Lawrence Taylor one.
Lawrence Taylor's number 2.
Okay. I'll tell you, if he's not on this list, he should be. Bill Romanowski.
The spitter is not on this list.
No, Bill Romanowski. Okay.
Sue's not on this list.
No Sue?
No.
Oh, okay. Somebody else was thinking like me, put Romanowski in there, but no.
No Mike Singletary.
No.
Number 1 guy. Linebacker.
Scariest player of all time, a linebacker.
You can give you
Ray Lewis?
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, you're about to get up and dance.
So Ray Lewis, number 1. Now, you got Ray Lewis and Lawrence Taylor. Give me the 2 safeties.
Scariest safeties to play.
Yeah. Give me two of the scariest safeties they used to play in college. I mean, in NFL.
Ed Reed?
No, Ed Reed.
No, Ed Reed.
Nope.
Trying to think who else would be on the list. Scary is an interesting way of putting it. Like, you don't want to get lit up over the middle.
You don't.
So that would be
no Lester Hayes, no Ronnie Lott.
No Ronnie Lott. See, that was another name I was going to go to. Are they modern era?
2586. Brian Dawkins.
Brian
is
Dawkins.
One.
Oh, good pick.
Is
good
one.
Pick, yeah.
Give me the number 2.
The
Legion of Boom.
Okay. Cam Chancellor?
Cam Chancellor.
Huh. Okay.
Now,
He was
defensive
big.
tackle. This should be easy.
Not Sue.
Not Sue. This guy's better than Sue.
Okay. Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The top 5.
Ah,
Scariest.
Surprised. Like Reggie White didn't make the list, huh?
Yeah. I thought he probably should have made it.
Yeah, there's a couple of them in there. That's a good list, though. I like that. You got to think about scary. Sometimes I think about like face paint or trash talking and all that, but it could be there's a lot of different. Like James Harrison. I wouldn't want to run into him either.
He's scary in real life.
Yeah.
All right, Bob. Your next 4 Super Bowl sites with Nashville awarded the 2030 Super Bowl. 2027 will be in Los Angeles. 2028 will be in Atlanta. 2029 will be in Las Vegas. And 2030, Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, Nashville on the board. It will be their first time hosting. They'll have a new stadium here, I believe, this year. So that will be part of it. But yeah, that's a little bit different. How about that? Get to the Music City, right? As a Super Bowl. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Obviously, as we talked about, Todd Euler already on his way out to Tennessee in Knoxville. I don't know how far Nashville is from Knoxville, but could be somewhat of a drive if you want to make the drive. At least they're making the drive. I think that'll be a lot of fun, and I just like a different location, right? I mean, yes, there's the excitement of LA and in Las Vegas, in those typical hosting cities. And you can't go wrong there. I mean, I can't complain about them. It feels big and bigger in those cities. But just the nuance of kind of getting into some different cities is fun too. So I was glad to see Nashville selected.
All right, Bob. Right here, I have every team's worst draft pick.
Uh-oh.
Who's Arizona's worst draft pick to you?
Arizona's worst draft pick. Oh, man. They've gone through a lot of them. I always go back to, for some reason, and it might not be fair, I always go back, I'm going to make sure I'm getting the name right here. I think he did. I think, for me, I always go back to Levi Brown. He's the 5th pick of the 2007 draft. I have to go back and see who was like behind him because that's always part of it. Was it Levi Brown listed for him?
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen. Okay, fair enough. That was an interesting deal because they gave up on that right away.
All right, Bob. I got every team's worst draft pick. We're gonna start at the top.
Yeah, I like this.
All right, let's go. Who is this? Patriots. Kenneth Sims.
Okay. Don't necessarily recognize
The
that.
Miami Dolphins, Deion Jordan.
Yeah. There's a lot expected out of him.
Offensive lineman Mike Williams from Buffalo.
Okay.
Vernon Galston from Jets.
Oh, I really like Vernon Golston. I would have picked him even higher.
Achilles Smith for the Bengals.
Yeah. I don't know how many quarterbacks would have succeeded then at that time, but he didn't help.
Johnny Manziel from Cleveland.
Okay. A lot of bad picks for Cleveland over the years.
Rashad Perryman from Baltimore.
I remember him.
Jake Locker from Tennessee.
Yeah. I mean, his team didn't win their final year in college. I don't think they won a game. I don't know why he got picked. So
David Carr from the Texans.
Yeah. I mean, he got beat up behind those offensive lines. So I don't know if that's fair to him either.
Justin Blackman from the Jaguars.
Oh boy, did people he thought like a surefire.
Is that to keep him Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Jamarcus Russell, Raiders.
yeah. That makes sense.
Paxton Lynch, Broncos. Ryan Leaf, Chargers.
A lot of quarterbacks here. Quarterback run.
Todd Blackledge from Kansas City.
Hey, great broadcaster.
Dan Watkins from Philly. Cedric Jones from New York. Heath Schuler from the Commanders.
Okay. I used to have a Heath Schuler card. That's about as much as I know there.
Tony Marinovich from Green Bay.
Oh, yes.
Charles Rogers from Detroit. Cade McNown from Chicago.
Oh, man. I was a big Cade McNown fan.
Bo Jackson from Tampa. I don't know which Bo Jackson that was. Jonathan Silverman from New Orleans. Andrea Bruce from Atlanta. Is that ain't the one that went to Nebraska, was it?
It is, I think. Let me double check. I do remember that name. And I wouldn't maybe otherwise.
Yeah. All right, I'll keep reading.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything there.
Trey Lance from San Francisco.
That's a recent one.
Rick Myers from Seattle.
Less recent.
Lawrence Phillips for the Rams. And Josh Rosen for your Cardinals.
Josh Rosen, fair enough. So Andre Bruce was not a former Husker. He actually went to Auburn, but was the first overall pick of the 1988 draft.
Who's that?
Andre Bruce, linebacker. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For the Falcons, and didn't look like looks like he played for the Falcons till 91. Ended up playing a career till 98, but never made too much of an impact in the league. Had a couple seasons with 60 plus tackles, but that's about it.
Jordan P says that's the Bo Jackson. He told the Bucks not to draft him. So that is Bo Jackson we're talking about.
Interesting.
Okay. Sounds like
I was gonna say Ohio State's got a Bo Jackson right now. How many Bo Jacksons are there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd have to go back. I didn't. That's an interesting.
And we have
part.
a Gary Payton, so yeah.
Yeah, we do have Gary Payton on staff here. Yeah. Not the glove though.
Decided not to report and just play baseball. Raiders drafted him next year in the 7th round of 87. Okay. Okay. That's good.
Yeah. That's not a good pick when they never make it to your team. Then.
Yeah.
They took him with the first pick of the 86 draft. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then he went baseball. He didn't want to go to the Bucks. They was terrible back then in the 80s.
Yeah. They wear those creamsicle jerseys.
Yeah, they was real sorry. All right, Bock, let's go to break. And when we come back, we'll get ready for the last segment before we get away to old school. No, state baseball continues at 4:00. You have an hour of one-on-one. And then we'll shoot about the baseball. But one more segment of Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time. So I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one.
At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Hey USA, it's your 250th birthday, and Amigos brings the party. The Yankee Burrito is back, and what's more American than a hot dog? In a crispy tortilla. This summer, the All-American Twist is back too, for just $3.99. There's festive layers of red slushy, white soft serve, and blue slushy, with whipped cream and a cherry on top. Celebrate freedom, flavor, and fun in every bite, with a Yankee Burrito and All-American Twist, only at Amigos. When tacos and quesadillas join forces at Amigos, something seriously delicious happens. Quesadilla tacos. Crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside, folded taco style, and stuffed with bold seasoned flavor. It's like your favorite quesadilla and taco teamed up for the ultimate spring fling. With Tex-Mex, chicken, supreme, or steak, Amigos has a quesadilla taco for everyone. So hurry in. This tasty collab is here for a limited time only. Get the ultimate flavor fusion with quesadilla tacos at Amigos.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Right now in Lincoln, neighbors are facing hunger and homelessness, and they need our help. Your donation to Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach for Give to Lincoln Day helps provide nutritious meals, safe shelter, and life-changing support. Your gift goes even further thanks to matching funds from the Lincoln Community Foundation. Working together, we can make our community stronger by ensuring that everyone has access to nutritious food and a safe place to sleep at night. Give to Matt Talbot today or anytime through May 28th at givetolincoln.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Welcome summer with Red, White, and Barbecue. Hog Wild will be open this Memorial Day from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., serving up our award-winning barbecue. Pick up a slab of slow-smoked ribs or a family pack loaded with your favorite choice of meats and sides, complete with buns and our famous barbecue sauce. Enjoy the holiday with family and friends and let Hog Wild do the cooking. Order online at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
A single mom of 3 was facing eviction, struggling with a recent separation, health issues, and no job or childcare. She feared losing everything, especially her children. But then she found support in her community made possible by Nebraska Children and Families Foundation. She was connected to support. By the end, her bills were paid, she left her new job, and hope replaced fear. This is what the Nebraska Children and Families Foundation does. They lift up young people and families so they can find stability, build brighter futures, and power a stronger workforce. Ready to help make more stories like this come true? Support the Nebraska Children and Families Foundation on Give to Lincoln Day. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long on the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. All right, Bock, cut me off. Right?
Yeah, I killed our music there. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. We were in a nice flow. I said, let's end that right now.
All right, Bock. Let's go to a little college talk right now. Bock, did you know 60% of D2 players who entered the transfer portal retired?
Oh, I did not know that.
79% of D3 players also retired. The grass is always not, it's always not greener.
No,
Bock.
it is not.
So don't believe the hype when they say hop in the transfer portal.
No, and two, I was thinking about this the other day, because last year, especially, I don't want to get too far off on this, but, last year where Nebraska struggled to get to the quarterback, and specifically they had a couple players. When we talk about retention and the importance of keeping guys and bringing new guys in and all that sort of stuff, I just thought specifically, and I know people got a certain way of feeling about James Williams because of what he was talking once he went to Florida State, but James Williams was effective at getting to the quarterback here at Nebraska. Jamari Butler was effective at getting to the quarterback here at Nebraska. Both those guys transferred with hopes of having a similar role on maybe, kind of higher profile teams in Florida State and LSU, and neither of them got that opportunity. I shouldn't say got that opportunity, but made the most of that opportunity and got a whole lot of playing time. Williams started off, I think, starting for Florida State. By the end, was just kind of being rotated in. And Jamari Butler, again, once had 5.5 sacks. How much is 5.5 sacks? Well, it would have led the team by far last year, a couple of years ago. And then the other thing is you kind of think about him maybe playing up late, and I have to go back and look. But there's been a lot of talk about Nebraska not being able to set the edge this last year. So losing MJ Sherman, and we saw it on the field. MJ Sherman might have been a big part of that. Maybe Butler could have played a little bit and helped in that too. So sometimes I think when we think, transferring, it's not just so, sometimes you can lose those battles, even if the guy goes and transfers up and they pay him whatever. Maybe they're happy with what they pay him, but ultimately is Jamari Butler happy he transferred to LSU? Or would he have had more of an opportunity at Nebraska? Would Nebraska have been better? Would LSU have really been all that worse? You just have to kind of think through those things.
Well, let's go back. Let's go back. Was it positive for him to go to Ole Miss? Yes, it was.
Princewell.
Yeah. Went to a bowl game.
Well, Princewell did well, yeah.
Yeah. But
And
James Williams didn't work out at Ohio State. Now he's somewhere else.
At Florida State, yeah. Now he's at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, now he's at Oklahoma State. But at the same time, he was Tony White did a great job with James Williams because he was able to sell the kid. Because you know what? He didn't have much film, but he had a couple of sacks?
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it cleanup time, but at the same time, he did enough to impress people with the little amount of time he was at Nebraska to make a name of himself.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like I don't remember who it was exactly. Like Rutgers, there's a couple games in there where he did it and got that opportunity. But it's just the point that I don't think that they necessarily made much of a mark at their next school, and they could have helped Nebraska. And so I just think sometimes when we think about transferring, it's always just kind of, I think the biggest thing is you feel like to that number you were talking about, where there's some guys that get lost as far as they don't get another opportunity. But I think there's also some guys that get lost as far as they get less of an opportunity because they're trying to transfer up. They go for the money or the opportunity, whatever it might be. But you still kind of think it's just another situation of the grass isn't greener. And the grass wasn't greener for them. I don't think the grass was greener for Nebraska either. So you kind of, all sides are kind of hurt by the transferring out of the hustle, for Nebraska. And again, we can talk, all about the transfer portal and what kind of additions Nebraska had. I think, and I hope the biggest thing is that you don't lose those sorts of players that not only do you lose them off the team, productive members of your team, but they go somewhere else and don't produce. At least Princewell, you're like, okay, well, at least he kind of broke out of his shell and became an All-American kid and all that stuff at Ole Miss. Going to be a big-time player this upcoming year. And so at least, he can look back at it and say that made sense and it worked out. Obviously not for Nebraska. You'd like to still have those guys, Princewell and Uman in the Scarlet and Cream. But at least he's succeeding where he's at. Those other guys, I don't think necessarily took that next step that they were hoping to.
All right, Bob. Another college news. Like father, like son, Charles Woodson Jr. has committed to the University of Michigan. He's a 4-star defensive back from Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, of course, his dad, not too bad there. Played pretty well, I think, with Michigan. Of course, being the Heisman Trophy winner on the defensive side of the ball. A lot of that was special teams, too. But I don't know if he brings that dynamic to it, but it will be cool to see another Charles Woodson out there, especially, sometimes you get the kids, the son or whatever, and it doesn't, it's special, but it's especially special when they have the name, because then you're not like having to kind of think, oh, is that his son? Like, clearly Charles Woodson Jr. at Michigan is Charles Woodson's son. I don't know if he'll get the number 2. I don't know how they distribute jerseys and all that. He's 5'11", 160. So maybe has some weight to kind of gain to before he's ready to play at the college level. But that'll be cool. I always like, it's cool no matter where they go, but especially when they go to their father's alma mater. Of course, we went through that with Dylan Raiola. Doesn't always work out, but it'll at least be fun and a good story from the beginning.
All right, Bach, in the Brendan Sorsby case, the judge, Bach, is a Texas Tech alum.
Yeah.
But guess what, Bach?
What's that?
He has took himself off the case.
Okay.
So he will now not be on the case as he, what would they call it? He recruits this, whatever. He took himself off the case, Bob.
Yeah. I did see that. I was thinking that might be questionable, especially if it got turned around in any which way. And I know Sorsby's really kind of leaning into, the mental health problem of it. And hopefully, for him, that can kind of get fixed. But again, it's just going to be hard. I don't know any which way. And he's trying to get back to play this year. Again, I'd be surprised if he's ever allowed back in the NCAA.
He shouldn't.
Let alone just, this season.
You look at the Iowa State quarterback. What did he do, Bob? He did the same thing. He played his last year where?
JC Ball, I think.
JC Ball. He still was able to get drafted.
Yeah.
So Sorsby has a choice. Go to JUCO or go to the supplemental draft. But I don't see him getting back into college football, Bob. If that's the reason, I think everybody in the world going to sue the NCAA.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if he does get in, if they do overturn it, one, it would show that, and keep an eye on those Texas Tech boosters and all that. But like you're pointing out, I mean, it would just kind of open up flood doors for a lot of wrongdoing to go on, and then you can kind of say, well, if Sorsby's case sets the precedent, then how many of us can kind of get out, especially when you're betting on your own team? I just don't know how they can go back on this.
Yeah, you're right, Bach. Any other news before we get out of here, Bach?
Well, no necessarily more news. I just know there was, real quick, there was one winner that we do know of from this morning. I want to check on the second game as far as a Big Ten baseball going on out there, but Purdue and Illinois was an important one because Purdue's still on the bubble. They need to win a couple games here in Omaha to make it to the NCAA tournament. They did win this morning 3-1. That does end Illinois' season, but we'll continue to kind of update you and see there. Ohio State and Rutgers now tied up at 2 in the bottom of the 7th out there in Omaha. That's interesting because Ohio State could play Nebraska. If Ohio State beats Rutgers, again, they're tied up at 2. They will play the loser of Michigan and Washington, which is later in the day. And the winner of that game will play Nebraska on Friday. And I've just kind of been thinking all along, if you're Nebraska, that might be the one team you don't want to see because, of course, they swept the Huskers here recently toward the end of the season. But might not even have to worry about it if Ohio State doesn't get a win in Omaha.
Yeah, you're right about that. All right, Box, thank you for listening to Bock the Blackshirt here at the Ticket. Up next, Old School for an hour, then back to Nebraska State baseball where we got Nick and Austin arming out on the calls. We'll be right back. Old School.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln and Palmyra. Ready Mixed offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time